Welcome back. We want to jump straight into it, taking a look around the country. Let's go to Alabama right now. I actually spent a few years, 3-4 years in Alabama. I went to UAB, so I know a little bit about the area, not too much. I got to see some of the high school teams, going to some of the basketball games for recruits that we would have. But let's jump into the top 5 for Alabama baseball. Faith Academy out of Mobile. They seem to pretty much have this
destroy everybody.
Wrapped up. They're sitting at 30-3 and seem pretty comfortable. Number 2, we have Coleman at 32-8, another fantastic record. I actually, I don't know if it's Auburn or if it's Coleman that should be number 2. We dove into it a little bit, trying to see the roster, see who's going places, and it doesn't really matter if you want to put Coleman second, if you want to put Coleman third. I can't argue.
Yeah, when they have the same record, you can't really just compete. It doesn't matter because it's pretty much a four race team. So definitely. The two are tied for second place, so might as well put them at third.
And Hoover, a lot of people remember Hoover from their football program that they had. Really good area, very close to Birmingham, but a very good school. They usually get a lot of talent going there. They're at 35-10, and then Trussville, obviously from Trussville, Alabama, they are 30-9. As you said, it's kind of a 4-team race. That 4-3-2-1, those are kind of competing. Trussville's in there. I don't think they're as good as a Coleman, a Auburn, or Hoover, but they're fantastic.
Now jumping straight into their sister sport is going to be softball.
Yep.
These are also the top 5. We're going to focus right now only on Alabama, and now these are the top 5 softball teams, high school, that Alabama has to offer. Now, starting off is going to be Sparkman, or Harvest, is going to be 43-4. Again, Trussville at number 2, 44-8. So they're not only good at baseball, they're also great at softball because they have a better record at softball than they do at baseball.
And I mean, I enjoy seeing teams like that. Your men's basketball, women's basketball are both very good, or your baseball, softball, both your track teams. When you have the whole program is fantastic. I don't know. I just enjoy seeing that.
Me too. I agree. Now, our number 3 is Springville. 30. They won 30 games, lost 5, and tied 1. Now, the other one is number 4, Daphne, which is 45-14, and Spain Hoover, or
Spain Park,
Park, as people want to call it. It's 36-8. Again, kind of like the number 5th spot. It's always that team that you feel like doesn't deserve to be there because of the record, etc. But in Alabama, it's kind of like mostly focused on football, so these sports don't get the recognition that they should be getting, and it's a little sad. So we just want to do this for them so they can get a little bit of exposure and the thing they deserve.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to miss any sport, any athlete. If there's any way that we can help market you, help give you any type of exposure, that's what we're here for. Another one of those sports that doesn't get enough love is men's lacrosse, especially in Alabama with them being such a big football state.
Of course.
So let's jump into that top 5. Mountain Brook from the Birmingham area, very good area of town at 12-0. Also, like the kids that go there, I've seen them outside working on their skills with the lacrosse sticks.
Yeah, lacrosse is a difficult sport. People don't take that into consideration.
It's physical. It's a lot of conditioning. It's a really athletic sport.
It's like, I imagine it like American football, but instead of catching the ball, you have a stick to catch a ball.
It's similar. It is very similar.
You gotta like wiggle it like this so the ball doesn't fall out of your stick.
You gotta shoot it there behind the back. All it is.
Yeah, it's like football mixed with hockey, but instead of playing it in ice, you're playing it in grass.
It's a little field hockey too. It's a little bit of everything.
It's crazy. It's a nice sport.
We've got Vestavia Hills at 12-1. Spain Park from the Hoover area, 12-3. Briarwood Christian. They have a slightly worse record than our number 5 team, Oak Mountain. But historically, this team has the prestige of being a very good lacrosse team in the state. So
and that's what matters, that counts in the long run.
They're sitting at 7-4, and Oak Mountain rounds out the 5th spot at 9-3. And then we can't talk about men's lacrosse without talking about women's lacrosse. Number 1, again, a very similar situation to that baseball, softball, where we like to see both sides, the men's and women's, doing well. Vestavia Hills is our number 1 ranked team here, and they're number 2 in our men's lacrosse.
They're 12-0.
Yeah. Oak Mountain, they're number 2 for our list right now at 11-3, and number 5 in our men's list. Mountain Brook Actually, Mountain Brook is number 1 in our men's list and number 3 in this women's list at 8 and 7.
Which is really good.
Yeah, it is. James Clemens from Madison County is at 7 and 5 in our 4th spot, and Spain Park from Hoover, they're number 3 on our men's list at 12 and 3, and here they're number 5 on our women's list, sitting at 6 and 6, right at 500.
Yeah, the ladies need to tighten up a little bit.
Just a little bit, but we're happy to see these teams not only have a men's group in the top 5, but a women's group in the top 5.
That's true.
Now I would like to kind of pass this over to
Pass the baton.
Jose here. We'll talk about a little MLB for you.
Now we're going to jump straight right in. It's going to be really exciting because not only, it's baseball, but something great happened over, the past couple of weeks that baseball has started. And it's 3 no-hitters, but not only 3 no-hitters, it's been 3 no-hitters in 3 different countries,
that's
which
is
pretty cool. Now, the first one that happened was here in the United States, in California, Oakland. It was Sean Manaea, left-handed pitcher for the Oakland Athletics. And it was against, I was a little sad because it was against my favorite team, the Boston Red Sox.
Typical.
But you got to give credit where it's due, This guy pitched his heart out, and, Boston being such a offensive powerhouse, it was really tough, and it was really nitty-gritty, and he had to get, precise on every pitch that he threw. So it was a really exciting and a really anticipated no-hitter that he had coming for the Oakland Athletics. Now, the other one, the one that happened right after this one, was an exciting one.
Yeah, in Mexico.
It was a Mexican series. It took place with Los Angeles Dodgers against the San Diego Padres. Now, it wasn't done by one pitcher. It was by multiple. So it was a combined no-hitter. Now, it started off with Walker Buehler, a rookie for the Dodgers. He pitched 6 innings. And then,
6 flawless innings.
Yeah, flawless, of course. Flawless. 6 flawless innings. Then, he had to pass the baton like Robert did to me right now and gave the ball to the bullpen, which did not, he did not expect them to continue doing the no-hitter.
They didn't let him down in the slightest. They kept it up, the same intensity, that same, passion.
That's
he
team
left
effort.
the mound, they came and stepped right into it on the mound.
Whatever he was doing, they just stepped right into that same motion. And it was Tony Cingrani, Yimi Garcia, and Adrian Liberator. They combined and threw 1 inning each to combine and do the no-hitter. But the best one that happened was just recently. And it's a nice story because, if you're from that country, growing up in that country, playing baseball in that country, it's a great feat to do it in your country. And, James Paxton, a Canadian-born player that plays for the Seattle Mariners, was playing against Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto. And it's a great story because he got to throw his first no-hitter, and the first in a while, or the third no-hitter for the in 2018, but the first one in a while for his franchise, the Seattle Mariners. And he did it in his home country with his hometown fans, and it was just, emotions were at the highest, and he couldn't believe it, and it was great to watch. And congrats to all the pitchers and all the athletes in baseball that have continued to do this amazing feat. And hopefully we have some more exciting stuff next Wednesday for baseball that I can show you guys. So thanks.
Definitely. And I'd like to take the baton back so we could talk about basketball. Just real quick about the NBA playoffs, because we can't, hopefully we can't do a show without talking basketball. But your number 1 seeded Toronto Raptors got swept by the Cavs and LeBron. He treated them like they were baby dinosaurs and not real Raptors. He completely wiped the floor, did exactly whatever he wanted to do with them.
I think the number 1 seed was LeBron.
Yeah, the number, it should have been.
LeBron is the number 1 seed.
He gave you 34 points, 11 assists, and 7.5 rebounds. He's been to he has won 7 consecutive Eastern Conference Finals. I'm going to stop calling it the Eastern Conference and start calling it LeBron's Conference. It doesn't matter where he is going to either win the Eastern Conference Finals or get to it. Out of the last 11 years, he's been to 9. And honestly, now it'll be 10 out of the last 12.
And that's a great record.
And he'll probably win this and go to his 8th straight NBA Finals, which is unprecedented.
Which I think he'll lose to the Celtics, just being honest.
I don't know.
I see it. Again, the Celtics played against the 76ers, and Boston obviously won the series 4-1. But the story here, to me, is the 76ers making it this far. Ben Simmons, He bounced back.
Yeah, he struggled early. He had a 1-point game. Wasn't shooting the ball well. The way that the Celtics were switching defensively with Al Horford, he was just walling up, not fouling, being solid. That gave Ben Simmons a lot of issues.
I agree. Embiid is the guy that the Sixers need to have, and he stepped up. And
he trusted the process, and he is the truth.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons ends the year with 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.7 steals. Absolutely fantastic stat line that you've only seen from Magic Johnson as a rookie up until this point. At the same time, Magic Johnson went and ended up starting at all 5 positions in the NBA Finals his rookie year. He had just won a collegiate national championship, beating Larry Bird, and then comes that next year and wins NBA Finals MVP and dominates.
And I can't stress this enough, but I'll say it again and again and again. The Boston Celtics won the draft with this pick. Jason Tatum is, I don't think Embiid is the truth. Jason Tatum is the truth. This kid is the full package.
He had a very good series. Yes.
He has the handles. He has the vision. He has the shooting ability. And, he's the complete package. They literally won the lottery. They got the lottery ticket with Jason Tatum, and he's a franchise player. Kyrie being out, Gordon Hayward being out, and him being a rookie. To step up in this form and manner for that team, and pretty much carrying them in his back.
And the company that his name is associated with now for Boston could put him in the Hall of Fame. He's had 5 consecutive 20-point playoff games. Larry Bird is the only other Celtics to have something like that. So he is in the company with
a Hall of Famer,
top 10 all-time player.
Top 5.
Yeah, it arguably could be, honestly, because Larry Bird, he really was that guy. We want to move on. Oh, Jason Tatum, he averaged 24 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds this series.
Just to finish my
Just to let you know. We move on to the Western Conference, which has been dominated by 2 teams this year, but Golden State the past 3-4 years. The Rockets took on the Jazz. They won the series 4-1. Chris Paul finally gets to a conference finals after everything he has done with the Clippers and the Hornets. He is finally there, and he is the reason they got there after that game with 41 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds in Game 5 to close it out.
He wants to win.
Yeah. The stigma of him not being a winner, that he is trying to completely erase that.
I mean, because the guy's a great player.
Yeah.
The one thing he's missing is just a ring.
Yeah,
if he gets a ring, it's Hall of Famer.
He finally gets to that, the conference finals. Now he just needs to take that next step.
It's going to be tough, though, with, Celtics or LeBron. Both teams in the East are pretty tough.
It's going to be hard for him to get out the West, in my opinion. Donovan Mitchell, I don't think he should be Rookie of the Year, but he averaged 4 more points than Ben Simmons at 20 points a game. And half the rebounds and assists of Ben Simmons at 4 assists and 4 rebounds. So I definitely have to go with Ben Simmons for Rookie of the Year. But Donovan Mitchell has carried this team on his back.
I don't know. It might be a little.
I can't at 24-4 or 16-8-8. I gotta go with Ben Simmons.
It's more. Yeah, I agree. It's a little bit more complete, but you also got to think about the things each team needed.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons filled in that role as a point guard, so he had to get more assists, more passes here and there,
especially
more
with
defense.
The number 1 overall pick in this year's draft being out the whole year, basically. Joel Embiid missed a good portion of time.
Yeah, so he had to do different things, you know. But the Jazz, they needed offense, and Mitchell supplied it.
He definitely did. Now let's talk about your Golden State Warriors and the Pelicans. The Warriors beat them 4-1 like they should. Steph Curry came back in this series and picked right back up where he was before his injury, hitting threes, running the team, throwing lobs. They were in transition again. Golden State did exactly what they were supposed to do. They're headed to their 4th consecutive conference finals. This is the first playoff series that they won't have home court advantage under Steve Kerr. So, it's something different for them, but that might be what they need, a little different stimulus to get them going. I got them going.
Yeah, they're getting a little complacent so far.
Yeah. I got them going to the conference finals, to the NBA finals. Everybody's healthy finally, and the past couple games they're clicking. They're shooting the ball well. They're doing what they do.
They're definitely going to beat the Rockets.
I think so.
It always goes to a Game 7.
Yeah.
So I think it'll go to a Game 7. I want the Rockets to win just because of CP3, so he can have that finals experience. But again, you got to give it to the best team.
Definitely.
So.
Well, Eastern Conference Finals will take place, the Cavs versus Celtics, Sunday, May 13th at 3:30 p.m. And the following day on May 14th at 9 p.m. will be Western Conference Finals Game 1 versus the Warriors traveling to Houston to play the Rockets.
Yeah, make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be an awesome game, and you guys don't want to miss any other highlights that we're going to provide on Wednesday when Pro Wednesday comes along.
Definitely. Any student athlete that would like to be featured on our show, please send in any videos to myGSPN to videos at myGSPN.com.
Again, we just want to thank our sponsor, Garden Grocer, for allowing us to have this show today. But thank you for allowing us to have this show, GardenGrocer.com. But if you're coming on vacation from any place in the U.S. to Orlando, make sure to go to www.GardenGrocer.com to order any groceries, snacks, beverages for you and your family here, and it will arrive at your resort at your arrival.
And we thank you for tuning in. We encourage all student athletes to go to myGSPN.com, sign up for a player profile page, or follow us on all our social media so we can get interacting with you, get your names, help show you off to anybody we can that might watch the show, that might follow us, so we can help you in any way. Again, we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you.